Welcome back to episode 16. 16 or 15?
15.
15 of the Couch Potato Show. Joined once again by Frank Pitterini and Eric Bender. How are we doing today, boys?
Fantastic.
I'm as good as I look, Tyler. As good as I look.
You look great. All right, so got to start off this week by going over picks from last week because, boy, what a week it was. We had the end of the first round of the NBA playoffs. We had the trade deadline. I'll recap the trade deadline real quick. I pulled out 1 point with Mike Clevenger going to the Padres. Frank got 4 points with the Mike Clevenger trade, the Michael Givens trade, and correctly picking Trevor Rosenthal going to the Padres. So that was 2 points there. So 4 points total going to Frank. Frank picked the Smith and Rakic fight correctly, so another point for Frank. And then, Frank, you want to run through the playoff series?
Yeah, I'll just run through all of them because I don't know where we left off. For the Lakers-Blazers series, Tyler got 1 point for the Lakers. Eric got 2 points for Lakers in 5. I got 0 because I picked the Trailblazers in 7. For the Clippers-Mavericks, Tyler got a point for the Clippers, and then me and Eric both got 2 points for Clippers in 6. Nuggets-Jazz, we all got 1 point for the Nuggets, but none of them said 7. Rockets-Thunder, Tyler got a point for Rockets, and then me and Eric both picked Thunder in 6, so we got no points. Bucks Magic, Tyler got 2 points for Bucks in 5. Me and Eric each got 1 point for the Bucks in general. And then Raptors Nets, Tyler got 2 points for Raptors in 4. Me and Eric each got 1 point for Raptors. And then Celtics 76ers, we all got 1 point for the Celtics. And then last one, Tyler got 2 points for Heat in 4, and then me and Eric each got 1 point for Heat.
Let's go Heat.
So Tyler had a solid first round of the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
And also, Frank gets 1 point for Steven Gostkowski finally signing with the Titans.
Let's go.
So that happened. And we weren't able to film a episode in between Leonard Fournette getting cut and Leonard Fournette getting signed. So no,
Yeah, because he signed with 2
we weren't
arms.
able to make points there. All right, so let's get into points for this week. I'll do the playoff series, second round of the playoffs last.
Okay.
So we can get into that more. But first off, we have a UFC fight. And Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, but it is Alistair Overeem, his second time appearing on the show as a pick.
That's right.
And Sakai.
Yeah, I think it's pronounced Sakai, but I don't even know, to be honest. I'm not very familiar with his work. He's a young up-and-comer. He's got some tools, but, we'll get into it when we predict more specifically. Want me to break it down?
I was watching some tape on him. He's a like rough and gritty guy in the octagon.
Yes, true story.
Eric, I'll let you start off with the picks. Who do you got?
Gorgeous. Well, I picked Alistair Overeem on the podcast before, got me the point. I'm going with him again. I believe this is, for the Reem, really a top 5 MMA heavyweight of all time. Hasn't seen the success in the UFC he's seen in other organizations like Strikeforce or Pride. But I think this is going to be his last run at a possible title shot. And I think this is going to be a more motivated Alistair Overeem than we've seen in recent years. He's sort of become complacent over the years, just being satisfied with his legacy. But I think this time he's really going to gun for that title. He's going to be extremely motivated. And I think, unfortunately, Sakai's just another victim in the Overeem streak here. I got Alistair Overeem, and I think it's going to be – I'll go a little bold. I think he'll do it in painful fashion. We're going to see a highlight reel knockout here.
Frank?
I'm also going to take Overeem. I picked him before. He won for me before. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's the odds-on favorite, has a reach advantage. Pick Overeem.
Yeah, I was the stupid one of the bunch in picking Walt Harris last time.
That was the first one, I think, right?
Yeah, that was our first fight, and it was downhill from there for me. But I learned my lesson. I think it's going to be a clean sweep this week. I'm taking Overeem as well via knockout.
Yeah, don't sleep on Augusto Sakai. He's dangerous, but I don't know. He's a little too unpolished for me. I think he's like 29, so he's in his prime right now, but I just don't think he has the names that Alistair Overeem has faced, much like Walt Harris in the previous fight you predicted.
Yeah, and Sakai is not very mobile around the ring from what I've seen of him. So I think Overeem will take quick work with him. All right, next up we got the Cookout 500 at Darlington. My favorite name in NASCAR. Personal fan of Cookout. Favorite food in the world.
Big hot dog guy? Big
Huh?
Big cookout guy?
Oh, yeah. I'll probably be getting Cookout for dinner tonight. That's how that's how good it is. I guess I get to start because I have
Good to start.
I have no points.
Correct the Mundo.
All right, I'm going to go all reliable. I'm going to take Kevin Harvick.
It's the first time he was not even on my list, so that's fantastic.
Whoa.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Bold call by Frank. I don't know about that, Frank.
All right, Eric, who are you taking? Dare I ask?
Yeah, well, I will say this. Kevin Harvick was not my number one.
Take Denny, bitch.
Instead, I'm going to go so darn bold and say Denny Hamlin because I'm that much of a badass. Denny Hamlin, boom. If just in case you couldn't hear over Frank cursing under his breath, that's who's going to win this race.
He was my number one choice. So we're going to go Brad Keselowski, two-time winner before. High performer this year in the Cup Series, even though he hasn't won in a little while. I don't remember the last time he won. But, yeah, Brad Keselowski. Why not?
Alrighty. Now, the winner of this race will advance to the round of 12, I believe it is.
I don't know how it works. I'll take your word for it.
I think it's
very confusing.
Start with 16, and they'll advance to the round of 12 with an automatic win.
But is it like the top 12 that finish that are in the playoffs? Okay.
Yeah. So if
you win, then you're in the top 12. I feel like that's pretty.
You win, you automatically advance.
If you're in the top, if you win, you're in the top 12 anyway.
Yes, but just don't worry about it because if you're in the top 12, let's say you're in the top 16, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you finish last in the first race.
You mean the first race? Is there two races for the round?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now I get it. I didn't know there was two. I thought there was just one.
No, there's two. I think there might be three. I don't know.
Oh, my bad then. Sorry. My bad. You're fine now. I was like, if you win the first race, you're in the top 12 no matter what. So what's the point of winning?
No, it's not.
I know there's a point to winning, but it's just kind of like, what?
No. Okay. So let's move on. We're going to make picks for the final four of the NASCAR playoffs before it even starts. So I'll go ahead. Actually, Eric, go ahead. Who's your top four?
Final four? Okay, well, of course, everyone's favorite duo. We got Harvick. We got Hamlin. And I'll take my guy in the 2 car, Brad Keselowski, and Elliott as well.
Eric, you literally suck, bro.
Do I?
You freaking suck.
That's what you get for putting your picks in the doc.
They're not. This one is. Oh, I did. My bad.
Yeah.
I didn't know I put these in. I shouldn't have put those in. My bad.
All right, Frank, who you got?
The same as Eric. Harvick, Hamlin, Elliott, Keselowski.
Smart guy.
I'm going I've got 3 of the same cars. I've got Harvick, Hamlin, Keselowski. I hate Chase Elliott. So I think Chase Elliott's going to get bumped. And I'm going with old, reliable Kyle Busch.
Oh!
Top 4.
The return!
The return of – I think he gets his first win in one of those final races.
Can you imagine he doesn't win a race all year and then just somehow wins the Cup in the playoffs?
That'd be hysterical.
I've seen crazier happen.
Okay, Busch, you said? Okay. I'm just writing it down so we don't lose track. So we have a tendency here to lose track of picks for no reason.
Yeah. I got Kyle Busch making the pack. All right, let's move on to college football. because college football is starting. We're going to make picks for the conference champions before season even starts. We're only making 3 picks this week for conferences because the rest of the conferences start next week. So we'll start with the American Athletic Conference, the AAC. Frank, who you got in the AAC?
Preface this by saying I don't watch college football. So you guys know I have no idea what's going on. But I'm gonna make picks anyway, because why not? I'm gonna take UCF. Because why not? Sure.
Okay.
Phenomenal. Yeah, unfortunately, I should be not having a similar picks as Frank because he's ahead and I got to catch him. But for this one, I got to stick with UCF as well. I believe Dylan Gabriel under center, and they averaged over 540 yards per game in 2019. This offense is scary. So give me UCF.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Memphis Tigers. I think they had a really solid season last season. Hosted a college game day in Nashville. So I think the Tigers are going to pull one out, and I think this is their year.
Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about with Memphis, I believe I have the right school, is the coaching change. I think they still have an offensive-minded coach, but there is a change. So I have my suspicions about them, but not a bad pick either way.
Yep. All right, let's move on to Conference USA. Eric, who you got in Conference USA?
Once again, not too bold. Florida Atlantic. They had a plus 21 turnover margin. In 2019, they were number 1 in scoring offense. They were top 5 in total defense. This team's just so well-rounded. Got to be the betting favorite. Going with Florida Atlantic.
All right, Frank, because you seem to always have the same pick as Eric. Who you got?
I'm taking Florida Atlantic. Listen, if Eric wants to take the same pick, because this one's in the docs. This was well known.
Yeah.
So if Eric wants to take the same team as me and not gain any ground, I'm fine.
The issue is, man, I already did the research. But don't worry. Next conference, I went a different route, so we're good.
Well, next time we pick, it'll be conferences I actually know about. So hopefully, I don't know.
There you go.
All right. Well, Conference USA, I'm going to go with a team that's already 1-0 this year. I'm going to go with my sister school, the University of Alabama Birmingham. Great run game, and they played last night. Saw it last night. Just ran it up on Southern Miss last night. So I think they're going to actually run away with the conference this year. Not Florida Atlantic's year at all.
Was the pun intended, Mains? Run away with it?
Absolutely. They're going to physically literally run away with it.
Very nice.
All right. Our last conference that we're making picks for is the Sun Belt Conference. And I'll start it off. I'm taking the defending champion, Appalachian State. They had a great year last year. Only Sun Belt team that was actually ranked. I think they got as high as like 17 or something, which is really good for the Sun Belt. They were undefeated for the majority of the year last year. So I think they're going to defend the championship and do it again this year. Frankly, you got?
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to take Appalachian State. They're the betting favorite, as Eric liked to come down my neck before the show. He called me out for taking betting favorite all the time, but that's why I'm in the lead, and you guys are not. So.
All right.
Eric?
Well, Mains, you talked about great running games, and Louisiana has got a great running game. Elijah Mitchell, best player on the team. He'll carry that offense, and he will carry them, or screw them. He'll carry me to 1 point, that's what matters.
Yeah, you need it a lot more than I do right now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to golf. It's the Tour Championship this week.
I feel like we only pick sports that I don't know about.
Well, maybe that's your problem.
Or Frank's in the lead. You poor guy. Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know why you're complaining.
Yeah.
I just sound dumb.
Never knew a thing about NASCAR. Ran it up on us in NASCAR. Never knew
I just sound dumb. I'm like, I just take the betting favorite. I don't know anything.
Frank, you always sound like an idiot. Don't worry.
Maybe that's why he's up by so many. He always takes the fucking betting favorite.
You know what?
Listen,
I fault him for it. Why not?
listen. If it was like all NBA picks and all MLB picks, I would get more exotic. But the bet things are the only thing I have to go off with because I have no knowledge on
Is
it.
that why I ran it up on you last year in March Madness?
You smoked me last year in March Madness. I'm not going to just hide that. You smoked me. But here's the thing. Eric doesn't know this because he wasn't doing that with us. But I had way more teams make the conference championship game. Tyler had way more teams just win it. So that counts for something. It doesn't count for points, but it counts for something.
Scoreboard, as they say.
Yeah.
Go Ducks.
Fucking Ducks, bro.
All right.
Tyler's on the Oregon train all year last year during March Madness, and he got me on it when the tournament rolled around.
All right. Tour championship this week starts today. Actually, already started, but we're playing the innocent card, and we haven't looked at the scoreboard. I have a little. Not gonna lie.
I haven't. I looked at it once.
But I made my pick beforehand, so it's okay. I get first pick. We're gonna make a pick inside the top 10 in the world golf rankings, and then from 11 to 30, and then 31 plus. Now, there's only 30 players in the Tour Championship, so that 31 plus is going to be hard to find, and probably not going to win, but we're going to make it anyway.
It's all right.
I'm going to start it off with the number 2 golfer in the world right now, Justin Thomas. Eric, who you got?
Not surprising.
Yeah, that's your man. And, well, I finally get to snag the betting favor from Frank. Give me Dustin Johnson.
Frank
Johnson. I'm going to take a guy that Eric took last time we made picks. I'm going to take John Rahm for my first.
I like the pick, honestly.
All right. So we're going 1, 2, 3 in the rankings.
You know me, Tyler. Here I go.
All right. For 11 to 30, I'll start it off. I'm going to stay chalk, and I'm going to go with the 11th ranked golfer in the world, Xander Schauffele.
Always take the odds.
Shut up. Eric, who you got?
Oh, Nancy, yeah, I was looking at him, but I'm going to go Daniel Berger, I believe it's pronounced, and got high hopes for him. Last time, I believe it was my middle-of-the-road pick, Colin Morikawa, that got the job done, and Berger could repeat for me. He's a quality golfer.
Frank?
Now, I want to pick Tiger Woods because that's the only name I know on this ranking. But I picked him last time, and he didn't win. He didn't do anything. So we're going to get – what is it, 11 through 30? I'm going to go Fleetwood because why not? I don't know what his first name is.
Fleetwood Mac?
I wish. That'd be more fun. All right, so who the heck did you guys take?
31 plus. I'm going to take the same guy I took last time for my 11 to – we did 11 to 50 last time. So I did – this is my same. I'm going to take Victor Hovland, the rookie.
There's 31. Shocking.
Well, you know what, Frank? You can one.
Okay.
Eric, who you got?
Harris English has a pretty cool name. I'm going Harris English.
Harris English. Okay, here we go.
Frank?
Here comes the delicate balance, gentlemen. Because not only do I have to look at the rankings, I have to look if they're playing or not.
It's complicated. Quite complicated.
He's not playing.
You're better off going on the odds.
There we go. That would make sense. Here we, let's see. I'm going to take Kevin Na.
Kevin Na.
When asked if he was going to win, he said, nah.
Nah. Good one, Eric.
Thanks, man.
Just a little update. Now that we've already made our picks. Dustin Johnson is 11 under and in first. Justin Thomas is 10 under in second. John Rahm is 8 under in third. Xander Schauffele is tied for 6th at 5 under. Daniel Berger is tied for 10th at 4 under. Kevin Na is tied for 13th at 3 under. English is tied for 13th, 3 under. And Victor Hovland is in last. One over.
Woo!
Screw you. Taking 31.
You're just jealous.
Your last place? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get to round 2 of the NBA playoffs. I got Celtics and Raptors on my sheet first, so let's go there first.
Yes, we're well aware this game's already 3 games in, but we made the picks before it started, so it's fine.
Well, we made the picks halfway through the first game.
Well, close enough. We forgot. Sorry.
It may or may not have been a blowout by the time we made these picks.
No, it was like 20-15.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Frank, who you got?
I have Celtics in 7. Now, I'm very glad that the Raptors and I don't know who hit the shot last night. I forgot his name.
OG Anunoby.
Was it OG? I'm glad OG hit that shot last night because if they went down 3-0, it was probably going to be over in 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, Celtics in 7.
Bold. Eric, who you got?
Yeah, I'll go Boston in 6. I think they're the better team, but Raptors are, Nick Nurse does a great job in Toronto. Not gonna, as we saw, it's not gonna be a sweep. Raptors have some life in them, but I'll still say the Celtics in 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on this one. I feel very good with this pick, with how this series is going. Celtics in 6. The Raptors only need to win one more game.
Yeah.
And the Celtics can close them out. And the way the Celtics have been playing, I know last night got a little sketchy towards the ends, but the way the Celtics have been playing, they're going to shut down the Raptors easy. Yeah, that's it. Let's move to Bucks Heat. Probably the most surprising of the series so far. Eric, who you got?
I believe I said Bucks in 6. What do you got?
Yeah, I have it right in front of me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, let's win 4 in a row, baby. That's what it's going to take.
Probably not going to happen.
Probably not. I was thinking 7. I should have gone 7 too, but it's okay. Can't go back on it. Bucks in 6. Let's run it up.
Listen, I had to go with my team last time, and I probably got a little cocky initially, going Heat in 4 against the Pacers, but it worked out. I think the Bucks are a little better than the Pacers, though, so I'm going to give them a little bit of credit, just a little bit. I'm going to go Heat in 6. I think the Bucks steal 2 games. But the way the series has been going, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Heat in 4.
Right.
Slow your roll there, Tyler. And the game 2 was a little controversial.
Yeah, it was controversial in the Heat's favor. I think the Bucks got a few sketchy calls.
Listen, I'm not going to hate on your team because it's going well right now, but
only perfect team in the playoffs.
You didn't even let me go, Tyler. Jerk.
I'm waiting.
I'm going to go Heat in 7. Now, I know that the Heat are up 2-0 right now, but I think that Giannis will eventually have to figure out the Heat defense. I know they have some very good defenders over there, and Bam and Jimmy and all those guys. I think Giannis has to play like the MVP that he will be. I think their three-point shooting needs to improve because we all know the Heat three-point shooting is freaking crazy. It's ridiculous. So if the Bucks can get Giannis to play like he is usually accustomed to playing and get him more minutes. He's only playing like 36 minutes a game. I don't know why they're down 2-0 and he's not playing 40 minutes a game. So if they do those things, I think they can make it a series, but I'm going to go Heat in 7.
All right. Clippers and who are the Clippers playing?
Nuggets.
Clippers, Nuggets. Frank, who you got?
I'm going to go Clippers in 6, although watching game 1, I am more confident in Eric's pick. We'll get there, but we're going to go Clippers in 6.
Eric, who you got?
Yeah, the fact that Tyler, avid sports fan, addicted to sports, stumbled there for a second and said Clippers versus who tells you everything you need to know about this series. It's going to be Clippers in 5. He'll steal a game, but LA is by far the better team. I don't think this is going to be very close, as Game 1 reflected.
Yeah, I was kind of riding the Jamal Murray hot hand when I made this pick, so probably not the smartest pick in the world. I do have the Clippers winning, but I have them going 6 games. After watching last night's game, I know that is not going to happen. But yeah, I got Clippers in 6. I'm going to stick to that.
I'm worried about the sweep now. I'm hoping the Nuggets could steal a game.
Listen, I'm cool with the sweep.
Listen, I have the Clippers winning the finals, so
it's got to feel good.
Well, then they got to play Lakers in the Western Conference.
everyone. Yeah, but playoff Kawhi. Come on.
Now, what Tyler would really like to see is a Clippers Heat finals.
I don't want to see that.
Why not? You don't think they'll win?
I mean, that's automatic points for me no matter what, but
That's what I'm saying. That's what you want to see.
I want to see Heat Lakers.
I'd be cool with that. Then I just pick the Heat to win, then I get points no matter what.
All right. Lakers and
Rockets.
You don't know. The game was last night.
I'll start it off. I got Lakers in 6. I think James Harden and Russ's 3-point shooting, I think they can steal 2 games. I think the 4 games that I have the Lakers winning are going to be absolute blowouts. Yeah, I mean, the JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, even LeBron, they're just going to destroy the Rockets on like offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding. It's not even going to be close. I got Lakers in 6. Eric?
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. That at the end of the day, what's going to decide this series is the massive difference in the boards. The Lakers are going to control the boards on both ends of the court, and I do think the Rockets will snag 1 game, but I'm thinking Lakers in 5. I don't know. Part of me wants to say the sweep, but I just feel like I can't do that to Harden and Russ, so we'll say Lakers in 5.
Right.
I'm going to agree with Eric. I'm going to go Lakers in 5 because the Rockets just came off a very hard-fought 7-game series with the Thunder. They're very drained, and they're playing 2 days after, so they're going to be fatigued. I think the Rockets' 3-point shooting is very streaky, as it has been for years, and I think we'll get there. I won't say that point yet, but I think the Lakers are going to just destroy this series. I don't think it's going to be close.
Yeah. So that's it for picks this week. It was a lot of them. But let's get into those round 2 playoff series a little bit more because there's a lot going on in each series. A lot of storylines going on. We'll start off with the Heat Bucks series. Who do you guys think? And we did this for round 1. We'll do it again for round 2. Who do you think is going to be the biggest player? And we'll go throughout the rest of the series. With the Heat already up 2-0, who's going to be the biggest deciding factor in the series? Frank?
I think this answer is obvious. I think it's Giannis. I mean, the guy has been shooting horribly from the field. He can't get inside. And honestly, if Giannis doesn't get on the inside, he's not going to score. He just can't do it. He doesn't have a morale of a jump shot, and the Heat defenders are just stifling him right now. So, if I just think Giannis needs to play like an MVP, or otherwise they're not going to win the series.
Eric?
I want to say Giannis, but we'll go a little bit bolder. If I remember correctly, Middleton has been struggling the first couple games of this series, correct?
He struggled the whole first round, and then he struggled the first 2.
No, for the first 2 games, Middleton actually turned it up. He's
did he?
playing a lot better.
All right. Well, on that note, he's leading the team in assists. I think a lot of the concentrations on Giannis, they're going to build the defense around controlling Giannis. So that being said, Middleton being able to dish it where he needs to and provide that scoring he could provide, I think that's going to be very important. So give me Chris Middleton in this series. A little bit bolder than Giannis, but we're having some fun.
I'm going to go with Eric Bledsoe. Missed game 1. And you could see the pace for the Bucks wasn't really there. They were kind of just all over the place, figuring it out what to do. Game 2 was a lot better. I think the Heat just outplayed them in Game 2. Bucks had a lot of turnovers in Game 2. That's why they lost. But I think if they can get in that rhythm that they had with Eric Bledsoe back, I think they can come back in the series. I'm not sure they can win down already 2-0, but I think they can at least make it interesting. Let's go to Celtics Raptors. Frank, who you got?
All right, we're going to have a little bit of fun because why the hell not? We're going to go – geez, I don't know. I'm going to say Kemba Walker. I think he needs to be the Kemba Walker that he was in Charlotte. He needs to be an all-star caliber point guard for them. And as of right now, he's playing very well. So they're up 2-1 in the series. If he's cardiac Kemba like he was at UConn, like he's been in Charlotte, I think they have a very good chance of not only winning this series, I think they have a very good chance of beating the Heat or the Bucks and making it to the finals. So.
Eric?
For Boston, Jason Tatum had 54 combined points through the first 2 victories, and I think there will be a direct correlation with him shooting well and playing his game the best he can, and the Celtics picking up wins in this series. Last game, played 39 minutes, only had 15 points, didn't shoot as well as he did in the first couple of series. So I think Jason Tatum is going to be the guy to eventually carry Boston over the hump, but he needs to keep on doing what he did in the first couple of games. Give me Tatum.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pascal Siakam. I think his play in the first 2 games wasn't really there. Game 3 he played a little bit better, but still, and you can see it especially in those final minutes, especially with the lapse in defense on the Daniel Tice dunk that nearly won the game for the Celtics. I think he's got to be more on top of it. He's got to play better because he's their big man. I mean, Marcus Gasol has been playing well, but
he fouled out of game 1 or something.
Yeah, he hasn't really been there for the Raptors. I think Pascal Siakam needs to step up and really fill that void that Marcus Gasol is meant to play. Let's go to Clippers and Nuggets. Eric, who you got?
Well, I hate to be not so bold, but they got to learn to control Kawhi. Put up 29 in the first game. He's Mr. Playoff, truly basketball version of Reggie Jackson. If Denver can't learn to control Kawhi Leonard, they have 0.0 chance in this series. There's no if, whats, or but about it. If you can't control him, no chance you win. The Joker could do as well as he wants. If you cannot control Kawhi Leonard, no chance.
Frank?
Going off of what Eric just said, I'm going to take Jokic because if you watch Game 1, I don't know if you guys watched it, but the rotations that Jokic had on the defensive end of the ball were terrible. He was late on every rotation. Kawhi and Paul George basically got to the rim on every possession. Not only does Jokic need to be the top 2 center in the league on the offensive side of the ball, if he needs to play defense in the paint because Kawhi and Paul George, they would much rather have dunks and layups than the 3-point jump shots, especially after Paul George shot horrifically in the first series. So if Jokic can step on the defensive side of the ball, I think the Nuggets actually have a legitimate chance of making this a series. I don't think they're going to win it, but they do have a chance.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Nugget as well. I'm going to go with Jamal Murray. Now, I'm not going to float my own horn here, but I said Jamal Murray was that player in the first series, and after I said that, he went like 50 and 50 and like 47. So I'm just saying, if it happened once,
Great ball.
I think Jamal Murray needs to turn up if the Nuggets want to have a chance in this series against the Clippers, who are heavy favorites. Lakers Rockets. Strong. Frank, who you got?
I think this is an easy answer. I'm going to take Anthony Davis, and that's because the Rockets don't have a power forward or center. They have P.J. Tucker, who's a small forward. So if Anthony Davis wants to be Anthony Davis and score 30 points like he did in New Orleans, like he did in the regular season before the season got canceled, the Lakers are going to dominate the series. It's not going to be close. So I'm going to go Anthony Davis.
Kirk?
Yeah, Davis certainly providing a microcosm there for us in terms of the difference in size and rebounding when you compare the Lakers to the Rockets. However, we're going to go a little bit more bold here. I was thinking AD myself, but in terms of players in the NBA, let's face it, it's a star-driven league who could take over on the court and just run a game for a quarter, just have that quarter be defined by their play and no one else's. It's limited. And I think James Harden, with his scoring talent, has the potential to be one of those players and frustrate teams. Whatever you draw up, sometimes he's so hot, it's impossible to stop him. He's got that kind of scoring ability. I don't think he'll be able to do that against the Lakers, but if Houston has a prayer in this series, James Harden's going to need to play out of his mind. Give me the beard.
I'm going to go with LeBron.
Okay.
I think the rebounds are going to be there for Anthony Davis, JaVale, and Dwight Howard. I think that part of the game is figured out for the Celtics. For the Lakers in this series, because the Rockets just have nobody to rebound. PJ Tucker's not going to do anything. But I think shutting down what Russell Westbrook and James Harden have outside the perimeter, I think that's going to be the key. And I think LeBron James, who is up there in defensive players in this league, it's going to be up to him to be able to shut down these guys because he's going to be put on them. They're not going to put a KCP or Danny Green on him or Caruso, as great as Caruso is, fantastic player. It's going to be LeBron's game to defend out there outside the perimeter. So, yeah, those are the biggest players that we got. Definitely going to be an interesting series wrapping up soon. I wanted to touch on NASCAR a little bit because the playoffs do start on Sunday. Sunday? Yeah.
It's Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember which one. Probably Sunday.
Yeah, but it's definitely going to be interesting because if you win a race, you automatically advance to the next round. There's you don't have to be in on points or anything. So if you're 16th in this first round in points going into the third race, and even if you place second and win both stages, and everyone else just like DNFs and you still can't get in, the only way you're going to advance is a win. So I think we're going to see a lot of interesting drivers like moving around in the standings. I think we're going to see some guys win that we have no idea, like no clue that they were even going to like have a chance at winning. I think it's definitely going to be interesting. What are you guys looking forward to?
I would probably say, like you said, the aggressiveness of the drivers, because in the regular season we don't. It's aggressive. It's good racing, but they don't go for it, like put it all on the line just to win that one race. But like you said, if they're on the outside looking in the last race and they have a chance at winning, they're going to go for it no matter what. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see the maneuvers they can pull off and try to make some moves in the standings.
Eric?
Yeah, it's a great point, Frank. They say playoff hockey is different. They say playoff basketball, it's different. NASCAR's no exception. You're going to see these guys go for it more. Frank used the word aggressive. Who did we see win? It was like a bit of an upset. Cole Custer, was it?
Cole Custer won one race. William Byron won a race, I think.
Again, William Byron won. Ty Dillon.
Yeah, so to Tyler's point, we could see names such as those, whether it's the 16th guy to the 13th guy, they'll be going for it more. Before, it's kind of a strategy. Okay, let me play it a bit safe. Let me try to get as many points as I could get. Let me show up to the dance first. But now, the only way to do it, you got to win. That is there's no number, if you're not first, you're last. Words of Ricky Bobby. These guys will be going for it.
I think the most interesting part of this playoff is going to be the Talladega race. Now, I'm not sure where exactly it's going to fall in terms of what round we're in. But with Talladega being that super speedway on the schedule, just like Daytona, it's one of those tracks where anybody can win. And we saw that this past week at Daytona where William Byron won. I mean, there's an example if you want to like take one and there's a guy on the outside looking in just to have no chance of making it on points. A win there and he could be moving on to like a Final Four or something with a chance to win a championship. So I think it's going to be very interesting next couple months of racing. Interesting next couple months of basketball. Next week we got more college football. We got the NFL starting a week from today. And
So exciting.
And the MLB season's coming up too, right around the corner.
oh yeah,
Speaking of that, let's provide a quick update on the standings because we made picks for those.
go for it.
We all picked the Yankees, and they suck. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They suck. Terrible. Abysmal. I hate it.
Good playoffs though.
True story. We're in the playoffs as of now.
Okay.
As of now,
Think I want to be a 7 seed and play freaking the Athletics in the first round? Hell no.
you just got to make it.
I'm just saying in terms of the standings because it's just bad. Blew a game of the Mets last night. 2 3-run leads. One was a 4-run lead. Ugly. So there's that. Me and Tyler picked the Twins, and I don't know who Eric picked. I don't remember. White Sox, maybe? I think
Yes.
White Sox. White Sox are half a game out. Twins are a game and a half out. Indians are in the lead right now. That'll be a great finish just to see how the seeding works out. And then in the AL West, I picked the Angels. They're in the basement by 11 games, so that's good. Athletics, who Tyler's picked, they're in the lead. And the Astros are back 2 games, who Eric picked.
Come for that ass, mains.
The Angels are coming, man. They're right around the corner. No, they're terrible. NL East, we have the Braves, who I picked, are in the lead right now. Phillies, who I think Eric picked, they're back 2.5
Phillies.
now. Oh, you picked the Nationals. Tyler picked the Phillies.
Right in the
Phillies are back 2.5. Nationals are back 9.5, so they're out of it. Sorry, Eric.
no.
NL Central, me and Tyler both picked the Reds. They're 6 games out, so not looking good. Bender picked the Cubs. They're 3.5 up, so that's good for Bender. Attaboy Bender.
Thanks, bro.
And then the NL West is basically over. It's the Dodgers. They're up 6 games, and we all picked them, so that's good. And then the awards for me, anyway, are looking abysmal. It's not good. I don't know who you guys picked.
Everybody.
I know me and Tyler both have Garrett Cole. I don't think it's going to happen. I had DeGrom. Not going to happen.
Well, Verlander certainly isn't happening if it makes you feel any better.
Verlander's not going to happen. The real guy who's pro at picks is clearly Greg Amsinger.
Oh, you had Greg Amsinger with the Fernando Tatis Jr. for MVP. Ray
Yeah, and
and Padres in the World Series.
Ray. Yeah, so that's your quick hit. I thought we had. So let's. We're so might as well give it up. And I'm debating whether or not to watch the Yankees lose again to the Orioles.
I don't have to. I can watch the Heat game.
Find a way.
You can watch the Heat.
The lineup just came out.
You can go. You can watch the Heat go
Today. You guys want to hear the lineup for game 1 when it starts in half an hour?
Can I guess it?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. Batting first, probably DJ.
Do you want to go positions or no?
No.
Who cares? Just do what you want. I don't care.
DJ
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Is it Void or forward at first? Just answer me that.
It's Ford.
Like Ford's playing.
Forward's playing?
Ford's at first, yes.
Okay. Gardner second?
No.
Is Void DHing?
Yes.
Void
He'll
second.
DH game 1 and then probably play first in game 2. That'd be my guess.
Second.
You're
Clint.
not going to get this one.
Clint third.
No.
Brooks third.
What's this lineup, bro?
Boone is taking up smoking marijuana in the meantime.
Gary third.
Brett Gardner's third.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it wasn't a Brousseau that had a Chapman fastball. It was Aaron Boone. He got nailed. So he's a little
Okay. Frazier fourth.
Clearly.
Yeah, Frazier Ford.
Ford fifth.
Yeah.
Gary sixth.
Yeah.
Wow, this is going well. I don't even know who the last three would be.
Well, do you want me to tell you what positions you have left?
Yeah, give me the positions.
In no particular order. Second, left, and short.
Second, left, short. Left is Talkman. Talkman's 6 or 7.
7.
Yeah. Second and short.
And you have the middle left.
It's got to be Tyro and Wade, right?
Yep.
In that order?
Yeah.
Let's go.
You did pretty well, honestly.
We have Michael King on the mound for game 1, Davey for game 2, so that should be good, hopefully. And yeah, the Yankees are now tied with the Blue Jays for the 3rd spot in the AL East.
Woo!
All right, that'll wrap it up this week. See you next week when we talk football.
Oh, yeah.
Adios.